Who's there? It's the debt collectors. Open up. Get 'em, boys. Run, Earth, run. The world today has a total debt of about $346 trillion. That's about this much. What a crazy amount. It splits up to about $40,000 for every person alive today. But how did we get here? And who are we in debt to? Today, we'll be exploring the world debt crisis. Our story begins in 1783. America had just defeated the UK and won their independence. You know, that's not bad for a country that was literally 7 years old when they beat England. Crikey, lads, I guess it's time to go home. But with the win, there came costs. US soldiers now had to be paid, reparations had to be done, and worst of all, around $15 million owed to the countries that helped them against the British. That's around $15 billion in today's money, and certainly money the US didn't have at the time. The brightest financial minds the US had to offer at the time met up. Guys, we have to default on our debt. Wait, what? No. Yeah, I agree, Tom. Let's just say we can't pay. Are you guys crazy? Well, we just don't have the money. That's the type of thinking that doesn't get your face on a dollar bill. Oh, say it like it is, Big G. My face is on a dollar bill, and I agree with him. Yeah, okay, sure, buddy. The $2 bill that nobody used and got discontinued in 1966. Okay, Alex, so what do you suggest we do? I suggest we carve our faces on a mountain. Yeah, as if they'd carve your ugly face. That's not a bad idea. This was a great idea. Alexander Hamilton. He's the guy on the $10 note. He's the guy that argued that national debt is actually a great thing. It meant that the other countries that the US owed money to, France, Spain, the Netherlands, well, they now had an active interest in the US economy. They will want to help make the USA flourish and grow, so that they can recover their loan money in the future quicker. It creates investment in the country. If wealthy Americans and foreign governments hold US debt, they have a financial stake in the nation's success. It builds creditworthiness. Paying debts on time establishes strong international credit and dependency on the USA. It strengthens the federal government. Consolidating state debts under federal control helped increase national unity and federal power. And finally, it offers strategic leverage. Countries that lend you money are less likely to go to war with you and more likely to support your stability. These ideas were revolutionary at the time. They really were. And though initially opposed by Thomas Jefferson and James Madison, these ideas became adopted quickly. And Mr. Hamilton went on to become the first US Secretary of Treasury under George Washington. And his ideas gave birth to the first Bank of the United States. Clearly, the guy was a financial genius. He could have sold you a finance course over Instagram in seconds. But okay, how are we looking today? Well, the idea of debt was adopted and implemented, and it ultimately led to the debt building up more and more over time. For scale, this is what $15 billion in debt looks like, the amount owed back in 1783. And keep in mind, this was an inconceivable sum of money. At the time, they wanted to default on this debt and declare bankruptcy. And now in blue is the world debt today. Now yes, we are comparing America's 1783 debt to the current world's debt. America's debt is currently almost 39 trillion, less than the whole world. So the comparison graph for America's debt over time looks more like this. But Alexander Hamilton's ideas were not just adopted in America. No. The whole world adopted them. So we can blame Mr. Alex for this big blue graph. But practically speaking, how does this number affect you? Well, because the debt has become so huge, the solution the US government has come to, and also the one adopted by the rest of the world, has been inflation. They are deliberately devaluing your money. Don't believe me? Well, both in 2024 and 2025, the US printed record levels of money. In December 2025, the US money supply hit about 22.4 trillion, a record high. Why? The logic is simple. If they can lower the value of money and print more, then the debt becomes cheaper and easier to pay out. You might think, okay, at least everyone's affected, right? Wrong! You forgot a simple rule, silly. The rich never pay. So the debt is being paid solely by us, the common man. Why? How? It's because the rich have assets that hold their value. If money loses its worth, but you have land, houses, and property, then you're okay. What can you do though? Buy value assets, buy gold, buy good value stocks. And if you have the money, buy good value land and property that will grow in value over time. Just don't hold cash. The more cash you hold, the more they can use your money to pay off the debt. And there's a lot more to pay.